here with Ms. Mitchum, the principal of KMS. What do you think of KMS students?
I think KMS students are the best students in our district. They work very hard to achieve academically and athletically. We have a great group of students who just go above and beyond.
What are the expectations of KMS teachers?
I expect a lot from my teachers. I expect for them to be role models, first of all, and then I expect for them to do the things in which they have been hired to do. I expect them to be knowledgeable about their content, and I expect for them to be willing to help all students and make sure that all students can achieve and be successful. I expect for them to sponsor clubs, and I also expect for them to come out and support our kids in the different activities that we have around the school.
In one word, how would you describe KMS?
KMS is awesome. There's no other place that I'd rather be.
Which grade is your favorite?
I don't really have a favorite grade. I think each grade level brings something unique and different, and I respect each grade level for that. So I love the 6th grade, I love the 7th grade, and I love the 8th grade.
How would you deal with discipline for students?
Well, when I have to discipline a child, I try to make sure that first I have that conversation with them to see why the infraction happened. And then after having that discussion, I try to do some different interventions, and if that doesn't work, then I will move forward into our discipline matrix, and then it follows the code of conduct that's set by Aiken County.
Thank you.
Thank you for interviewing me. I enjoyed it.
Go.
So I'm here with Mr. Hannah, he's an assistant principal at KMS, and I'm going to ask him a few questions. So what do you think of KMS students?
Hardworking, dedicated, a lot of good kids here. Kids do a lot of good things here at KMS. We excel in many different areas. We have a very active band, very active chorus. We have a very good athletic department, and we have students who excel academically. We have multiple high school credit offerings, Algebra 1, English 1. We're the only middle school in the district that has 2 full-time foreign language teachers, and we offer foreign language across 6th, 7th, and 8th grades. We've added STEM, recently across grade levels, and we have a lot of opportunities for our kids here at KMS to excel.
Next question. What are the expectations of KMS teachers?
Kennedy teachers? Very high. We expect the teachers to teach all students to the best of their abilities and reach students at all levels. One of the things we have here at Kennedy is we have students who are at many different levels, and our expectations of the teachers is to help students achieve to the best of their ability.
Next. In one word, how would you describe KMS?
Family.
Okay. Which grade is your favorite grade?
I don't have a favorite grade. Why would I choose? I have 940 children this year in this building. They're all my children.
Okay. How do you deal with discipline of students?
Try to be fair. I just got off the phone with a parent. The thing is, and I had the same philosophy when I taught and when I coached, which is, my job is to help guide kids in their decision-making process. Literally, if no offense to kids, but if y'all could make the same mature decisions as adults, you'd be adults. You're not adults yet. And so my job is to kind of help catch kids when they fall and help them mature so they are more successful as they get older.
That's all the questions. Thank you for your time.
Awesome. Thank you, bud.
Let's go. Okay, Ms. Burns, how would you describe KMS students?
Our KMS students are motivated, energetic, and ready to learn.
How would you describe the academic and athletic programs at Kennedy?
Our academic programs are rigorous, and a lot of hands-on learning is going on in this building. Our athletic programs include very well-rounded students. They work very hard to achieve the conference championships that we have gotten in the last couple of years.
Okay. What do you like best about KMS?
I love working with our talented group of teachers and faculty and the students.
Okay. How many years have you worked at KMS?
I have worked here at Kennedy for 18 years.
Thank you for taking our time, Ms. Burns.
Thank you.
Started.
What variety of books do you have?
Well, we have over 12,000 books in our library. It's obviously split. The main two parts of the collection are fiction and nonfiction. We have a growing graphic novel collection. About 60% of our collection is fiction, high interest fiction, and I try to buy what kids ask. Actually, that's what I was just doing. I try to buy what kids request. So that's, within reason. If I can do that, I do that.
What are the library bars?
Hours.
Hours.
Oh, library hours. We are open from 7:35 in the morning till 3:35 in the afternoon, and open all day. We don't close unless it's some very weird emergency kind of thing. Miss Harp or I are always in here. So.
Who could you talk to if you need help?
Who could I talk to if I needed help?
Like the students.
Who could the students talk to if they needed help? In here, me. I like to harass people and pretend like I'm helping them. No, Miss Harp. They, and we have like PTOs in here right now. If they needed help, PTOs back there working. We have different volunteers that come in during the day, so those people might be available for help as well.
What resources are available for students and teachers?
Of course, we have, like I said, 12,000 books, so there's plenty of resources there. We have SC Discus is available, which is accessible through our school website for the Media Center website. We also have our Destiny is available, so you could look up books from home or from school, and there's ebooks available you could check out as well. And plus, whatever we need, definitely try to find us. So whatever it is, I try to make sure that we have what we need.
Okay, and then our last question, it's kind of long.
Oh, good grief.
Could you show us around the library?
Can I show you around the library? Joseph, you ready for this?
And all the items in.
Okay, this is Miss King. We put our new stuff out on the tops of the tables and the counters, so those are always available. Anything you see is available for checkout. I don't hold things back because I think that's dirty. Buy stuff new and then not let kids have it. That's just terrible. Our nonfiction section starts over here. It's arranged by Dewey, so it starts all the way over here, like the 000 section would be like where things like Ripley's Believe It or Not stuff is. It runs all the way around here to the 900s, and that's stuff like states and countries and history. And you can see where we have our nonfiction sign. Probably our most popular section is right there in the 700s, which is where all the sports stuff are. That's where most people like to go there. There's a lot of interesting stuff over there, but that's most popular. We have 16 student computers that we have available for class use or for student use. We have 6 over there and 10 over here. We have magazines that are available for checkout. I think I have about 10 different subscriptions that we have. Our biography section is all right here. There's about 400 or so books in our biography section, and that constantly is changing because I try to change that kind of thing out and get new biographies, things that are up to date. Of course, there's some stuff in there that's classic, like presidents and all that kind of stuff. Our graphic novel collection is down here, and there's a whole lot of those checked out right now, but that's a very popular section. I keep trying to add to that as much as I can, as fast as I can. Our fiction section starts over here, and it's arranged by author's last name, and it runs all the way over there to the fiction Z's, and like I said, that's about 60% of our full collection. And then behind the TV section back over there, we have an everybody section, which contains a whole lot of picture books, things like that. Those are a variety of levels, so it's not like that's just like little kid books or anything like that. A lot of people use those as resources as well. And then there's circulation disc.
You can log into that one and see which ones have
Pretty much the whole
and just watch
A bunch of tables to sit at.
yeah, classroom section.
Not yet.
Well, thank you for your time.
You're very, very welcome.
Yes, King, not yet.
Okay, so what is your name?
Coach Schuster.
Okay. What do you expect out of your players?
I expect them to come to practice. I expect them to work hard. expect them to do their best. Expect them to behave and make good grades. All that.
What is your coaching style? Like, how do you coach the players?
I'd say it's on the laid-back side, from the standpoint of wanting the players to feel comfortable, feel confident, feel like they can get out there and do their best without, me nitpicking every little thing. So that's what I'd say.
Why do you think your coaching style is effective?
Well, it's I've been doing it a long time, and we've won a lot of games, and so it's working. So I'm sticking with it.
Okay. And last question: how do you get to be so successful?
Good players here at Kennedy, got a lot of talent, year in and year out. I just try not to mess them up. Just give them an opportunity to be successful, and I enjoyed it.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Nice talking to you.
You too.
So, I know your season for golf's just started, but
First match is tomorrow.
how do you feel about it?
Oh, I think we'll do really good. I think we should have a very good season.
Okay. And what are you looking for at golf tryouts?
Basically, in order to try out for golf, you just have to turn in 2 scorecards, so like anywhere you play, and then we just go out and we use the driving range, we use the putting greens, we chip, and then we'll go out and we'll actually play golf. So golf is kind of an easy sport to make if you just have golf clubs and know anything about golf. Because boys and girls can play middle school golf. It's not just boys. Boys and girls can both play in middle school.
Okay, and what's your favorite part about coaching golf?
Being on the golf course. It's beautiful outside, especially when the weather's really nice like it is right now. Getting outside and enjoying the nice weather. I love that. It's my favorite part.
And when are tryouts?
Typically, tryouts for golf are the end of January, very beginning of February, and that strictly depends on weather. The window changes, but usually it's the last couple days of January, beginning of February. The last 4 years that I've been doing it, we've had a couple times where we had to postpone it because it was just super bad weather. We've had the ice storm, I think, twice during the week of tryouts, so it's usually right in that window, though.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, guys.
We were wondering what your record was, like how many games you won and stuff for volleyball.
Wow. Okay, so I wasn't prepared for that question. We went undefeated, I can tell you that. We never lost. I believe we were 12-0. So 12 wins, 0 losses.
What are you looking for at tryouts?
I am looking for hard work, good attitudes, listening. Basically, go out and give 100%. Do all the drills the best you can. Pretty much it.
Do you know when tryouts are going to be?
Tryouts will be the very first week of school next year. So we'll come to school, usually we start on a Monday or Tuesday. That first day we won't try out, but we'll try out the very next day. But we will have a clinic at the end of this year. Usually I do it at the end of April, beginning of May, depending on when I can get the gym. I'll have a week-long clinic for any rising 7th graders, so 6th graders, or rising 8th graders that are interested in trying out for volleyball to come for a week, and we'll do all the basic drills and everything we would do in a practice. So you kind of get to see what volleyball's like, and it's not as scary as tryouts because I'm not going to cut anybody from the clinic. It's just for fun to see what you can do. Kind of gives you a good idea of where you are in comparison to your peers that might be trying out, and then you have a whole summer to work on stuff and get better. So we'll be doing that. So that kind of will be helpful.
What's your favorite thing about being on the Kennedy football team?
Probably wearing a jersey at school and playing in the games.
What's the best part about the games?
Either running the ball or on defense.
What's your favorite spot to play?
Either safety or corner.
Thank you.
So, what's your favorite thing about basketball?
My favorite thing about about basketball, it is playing the sport.
Okay. And how was the season?
So how was the season?
How was the season?
The season was very fun because we won the championship, but we also beat our rivals 2 out of 3.
What's your favorite part about the sport basketball?
So what's my favorite part about the sport? Defense.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Alicia Highsmith, and I'm here with 2 of the players of the Kennedy golf team, and I'll be interviewing them, Logan Richardson and Colson McNulty. Okay, first question. When is your first golf match?
Tomorrow at 3:30 at Woodside.
Second question. How long have you been playing?
I've been playing ever since I was 3 years old. I've been playing about my whole life.
Where do you practice?
We practice at Woodside. That's our home course, and we have our home tournaments there, and then we play at Midland Valley, Hounds Lake, and River Club in Augusta.
Were you nervous after the tryout, see if you made it or not?
Yes, I was. I wasn't sure if I was going to make it or not, but I'm glad that I made it. Yeah, I was pretty nervous too, but I made it, so.
Okay, you heard it from the golf team.
Okay, let's Trinity. How many games have you guys won?
We won 11 games.
Reason. What was your winning average?
50.
Natalia. What was the most points you scored in games?
Like 13 points, 13 points.
Reason. How many games have you lost?
4.
Trinity.
Yes.
What was your best game?
When we played against North Augusta at home, and I tied up the game with the layup. Okay.
Natalia.
Thanks. You got to start all over.
What was the toughest game that you guys played?
Probably against Jackson. No, Jackson kept like going back and forth. Yeah, Jackson. Thank you.
What was your favorite part of the season?
What's your favorite part about volleyball?
I like being able to have like a team and the competition, and just knowing that there's like a goal and the excitement that you get when you get really close in a game, and it just like gets intense and it's really fun.
How has your season been going, or was?
Our season here at Kennedy, we went 20-0. We won every single game, and we only lost about 1 set, so it was a really good season.
Okay, thank you.
One of the main things we do in Science Club is we are in charge of the school's recycling process. So we make sure that all classrooms or rooms in general recycle, get the recycling out to the bin outside. We also do different experiments throughout the year that students decide upon, that students want to do.
Do you have to meet a certain requirement to be able to join?
The only requirement is that someone is here to pick you up at 4 o'clock on Tuesdays.
How does your club contribute to the school?
I think by making sure the recycling happens and enjoying everyone's, or whoever wants to come, whoever wants to join.
When does your club usually meet?
We meet on Tuesdays, every other Tuesday, from 3:05 to 4 o'clock.
What are a few of your goals for Science Club?
To get kids excited, students excited about science, to get them to think about recycling in their own lives. One of the main things we do in Science Club is we are in charge of the school's recycling process. So we make sure that all classrooms or rooms in general recycle, get the recycling out to the bin outside. We also do different experiments throughout the year that students decide upon, that students want to do.
Do you have to meet a certain requirement to be able to join?
The only requirement is that someone is here to pick you up at 4 o'clock on Tuesdays.
How does your club contribute to the school?
I think by making sure the recycling happens and enjoying everyone's, or whoever wants to come, whoever wants to join.
When does your club usually meet?
We meet on Tuesdays, every other Tuesday, from 3:05 to 4 o'clock.
What are a few of your goals for Science Club?
To get kids excited, students excited about science, to get them to think about recycling in their own lives.
What do you guys do in academic team?
Well, the academic team is for 7th and 8th graders, and we go to different schools, and they do competition by answering questions about various topics that they study, current events, etc. And you have a buzzer system, and you buzz in, and the person who gets it gets to answer the question, and we compete all over the county from about October to January. And we practice once a week on Mondays, and the competitions are always on Mondays.
What kind of stuff do you guys study?
The regular subjects: math, science, English, social studies, and then we do current events as well. It's just general knowledge. It's like Jeopardy.
Kind of like trivia?
Like trivia, yeah.
How do you get an academic team?
There's a test. At the beginning of the year I make an announcement and people come and they take a test, general knowledge test, and I take the top 6, because 5 people can compete on a team, that's all. So you can compete 5 at a time at a table, and then there's general question round, toss-up question round, and then there's a lightning round. So between the 2 rounds you can switch out the players, so I could have more than 5 on a team, but I like to have 5 at least.
Do you have to get certain grades to be on the academic team?
No, there's no grade point average requirement, just passing the test at the beginning of the year and being interested. And your parents do have to bring you to the matches, so it's not like other sports where you get on a bus and they take you there and then you come back. Your parents take you there and they start around 4:30 and they last until about 6:30. And sometimes you don't have to play. You might have a month where you don't have to play, and then another month where you have to. And you have several rounds at a time at each school. So.
What's your favorite thing about academic team?
Let's see, my favorite thing. Probably going. I'm also the MC, so I get paid to ask the questions. That's my favorite thing. I get to ask the questions of all of the teams all the time. So that's my favorite thing, because I like to be the center of attention. So, and I make it funny. So people even come up to me, parents come up to me and say, "Oh good, you're asking the questions." Because I like to make jokes, because it's been a long day generally by then, Monday. So it's like 6:30 at night, and I've been here since 7 a.m. So I'm really tired and kind of crazy. So they're like, yeah, I like it when you ask the questions. It's so much fun. So that's my favorite part, really. And I like the students too. When we're practicing or when we're asking questions, I have all these books they can ask each other questions out of. So I generally let them do the questions and switch off, so somebody will ask a set of questions, and somebody else will. And I just started that this year, so I don't have to worry about it. I just sit here and do whatever, and they do the practice themselves.
What grades do you teach through?
6th through 8th grade.
Okay. What do you like most about working with the club at KMS?
I love that there are children from 6th, 7th, and 8th grade that come together to share their support for children with disabilities, and they're very active and very vocal in their beliefs, and they have
been great buddies for my students.
What activities do you do with your class?
We do lots of activities here at KMS. We have, I like to say, lots of buddies, not just the buddy club, but we have Miss Brandy who works with us in the STEM class with different activities. We've made pillows to go to the nursing home. The children go in and get to see the activities that the STEM students are working on. We do a lot of baking and cooking in her classroom and with her students. We also work with Miss Burnham with her gardening class, and the children just love to get out and plant and taste all the things that have been grown.
Okay, thank you. What do you like best about KMS?
Just the environment. There's so much here to do, and everyone is so friendly and so welcoming to my students, and have really just accepted us in all areas.
What do you think about the students?
The students here are great.
What do you like about your job?
I love what I do. I love teaching the students that I teach, but I also love working with Buddy Club and the other teachers to integrate my students in regular ed classes.
What stuff do you teach your special ed students in class?
Functional basic skills to carry on over daily living life skills. We're going to edit that.
Well, thank you. That's all.
Can I re-answer?
This is Miss Valentine from Set Design, and what do you do in Set Design?
It's an after-school program, and it's on Tuesdays from 3 to 5, and I have about 10 or 12 students who come in, and we paint the background flats for the performances that are given by Miss Blizzard and Miss Pruitt. So we kind of have to find out their music that they're going to be playing and come up with images or designs that'll go for a big background for the stage.
What days of the week do you meet?
Well, it's Tuesday from 3 till 5.
Every Tuesday?
Every Tuesday from 3 till 5.
Do you have to be skilled at art to join?
Well, actually, yes, to a degree. You also have to be someone I can count on to be a good helper and to pitch in and do what you're asked to do. I do have tryouts for Set Design. There are usually about 25 who try out, and I pick about half of those 25, and they have to come up with a design or a background set for some music that I play for them. And I kind of decide at that point if I think that they are well behaved and that I can trust them. So it's a 2-hour deal where I kind of assess them, and then I choose the ones that I think would be best for the program.
Well, thank you very much, Ms. Valentine, and have a great day.
Thank you.
Okay, Miss Marlon, what is Pep Club?
Pep Club, they make signs and posters for the games, and then they go to the games and they cheer the teams on.
Okay. What are you hoping to achieve at the end of the year with Pep Club?
Pep Club is actually pretty much over for the year because all the teams are done.
Okay.
We'll start
where do
again
you
next
guys
year.
meet?
Well, we've been meeting in Miss O'Brien's room. I guess next year we'll meet in my room.
When do you meet?
We meet on Tuesdays during football season, basketball season, and volleyball season, and make posters.
And are there any requirements to
No.
join?
No.
Okay. Well, that will be it for this interview. Thank you very much. And you can start.
What is your favorite activity that has been done in Beta Club or has been previously done or is coming up in the future?
We have an activity this Friday. It's called Be a Bunny, and it's where we buy stuff with our own money, and we put it into a basket and we send it off to the elderly for stuff like candy and bath supplies and glasses cases and everything. And I really like to do that one because we all get to come together to make a basket to send off and help people.
Okay. And then, do you participate in coming up with ideas for Beta Club in the future?
Yes, in fact, I helped to create the Christmas party that we had this December, and that was really fun to help schedule and everything, and I'm really glad I got to do that.
It just left my mind. Yes, do you have to participate in every activity done in Beta Club?
I don't have to participate in every activity. Being Beta Club president, I like to participate in every activity, but it isn't mandatory for me to participate in every activity.
And is it the same for the secretary and the vice president?
Yes, everyone who's on the Beta Club board helps to plan events and doesn't have to come to every single meeting or help with every single activity.
And one more question. How do you join Beta Club?
All you have to do to join Beta Club is you have to have good grades and you need to not have any discipline referrals that are more than a minor referral, and you need your parents' permission, and that's all. And then you can join Beta Club.
Well, thank you for being interviewed. We enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Miss Kimberly Pruitt. This is my first year at Kennedy Middle School.
Okay, Mrs. Pruitt, do your students love what you do?
I don't know if my students love what I do, but I definitely do. I tell my students I come to school to have fun, and if I can't have fun, I don't want to be here.
Okay, so why did you make a Kennedy chorale?
I love to hear a cappella girls' voices together, and I did a chorale like this at Paul Knox Middle School, and it was so much fun and very entertaining, very inspiring, and so I thought I would do that here also. And so I've got a lot of young ladies that meet with me once a week on Mondays, and we do a cappella music. We'll be going to a festival at Six Flags this year, so we're really excited about that.
What do you love about teaching music?
I love two things more than anything. I love music and children. So to me, I have the perfect job.